Okay. Let me check that this is working correctly. I feel like let me check that it works. I feel like let me check that it works. Okay. The quality isn't great as usual, but it's live. It should work. So um, let's see. Okay. Alright, so a bit to the right. I feel like every time that I do a live stream, I have to create something extraordinary. So I'm getting kind of about live stream because I don't know what to do. But it's the same for songs. Every time that I make a song, I want it to have something that is extraordinary. I don't want to make filler songs like filler episodes in anime. So try to do that, but I don't succeed all the time. I don't succeed every time. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's too. Wait, is this working? Is this? Let's see. Is this? Let's see. Okay, okay, this seems to be working. Okay. Yeah, so don't. Okay, anyway. Um, it's hard to try to create something extraordinary every time, and I don't succeed every time, and it's very costly. It's hard. It gives me a lot of anxiety and stress. But it may mean that I improve much more than I would if I didn't. And from the point of view of a fan, although I don't succeed every time or often, it may be much better to, like, oh, Mijin, how are you doing, Mijin? By the way, how is South Korea? Is it like a good place? Like, what are the pros and cons of South Korea? I don't know much about South Korea. You're my first South Korean fan, so yeah, that's that's pretty cool. I'm going to the US in September. Okay, okay. Like as a for vacations or to study there. For my college. Okay. That that's 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 quite brave going to another country to study there. Oh, oh, by the way, I add the link to this maybe to another one. This one is kind of empty. Another board where people can draw in the chat. It's not people can draw things. Okay, yeah. Alright, so if anyone in the chat wants to draw things, my voice is too small. Okay, let me try to fix it. In the meantime, here is if people want to draw things, here is a place where you can draw things. Okay, let me try to fix my voice. Uh, yeah, I feel like it's brave to go study in a country that a foreign country. Okay, let me try to connect the mic. Are you scared? Because it's a big leap. Oh wait, is that my mic? Okay, is this better? Not much, not by much. Okay, this should be better. Okay, this may be a bit too loud. This should be better. Okay, okay, this should be better. Oh, okay, you're drawing something. Better? Okay, this is better. Okay, the microphone. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, okay, this seems to be better. Going to increase it just a bit more. Okay. Oh, well. I apologize again for being poor and my computer not being great and lagging a lot. Oh wow, this is okay. Oh, this is fun art. This is great. Where have you learned to draw? I guess if you're going to college, you must be like 18. What do you want to do later? Good, good, good. Great, great uh, drawing idea. I was scared you would draw what you imagined to do on a face. What are like I guess I don't know if you can answer because you must be merged in them since you were born, so it may not be easy to think about them from an external point of view. Yeah, I don't know. Self-study, okay, you learn to draw by doing it yourself, okay. That's really cool. Ah, wait, I don't see anything. At least we have the footage. Okay, okay, great. Yeah, so what do you want to do later? As a job or as a goal or anything? And also, oh, like, yeah, I don't know much about South Korea except big boys bands and girls group like BTS and Blackpink, and that like there was some basic history about Korea. These are cool fan art drawings. What are important things or cool things to know about South Korea? My major is game. I want to make some games. Okay, okay, okay. Video games. I don't like K-pop that much, but they're famous, yeah. Okay, game design. Cool thing from Korea too. No, just cool facts. Cool, um, interesting information about Korea, South Korea. Like, I don't know much about Korea, so what are some uh, interesting things to know about Korea? I'm trying to learn, to learn. Yeah. The picture that I have in mind with my limited knowledge is that it's a country that was, at first it was just Korea, then it got divided with uh, in the 1950s or something into North Korea and South Korea. And since that, North Korea has not progressed much, and South Korea had become a first world country in a matter of a few decades, like Singapore or Japan. Now it's a rich country with high standards of living and pretty insane soft power related to the size of the country, like Japan with anime and all. And now there's K-pop and K-drama and all that. And that's about what I know about Korea. So it's a pretty restricted picture of Korea. So do you have anything you would like to share or anything? Wasn't there a president that wanted to become dictator or something that got removed like a year ago or something? Oh my god, you draw so good. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay. Lolo and Midget, you're from Japan and South Korea. When it's someone from China and then someone from we need a few people from Southeast Asian countries like Taiwan, uh, Indonesia to represent the Asian countries. He was not a dictator. Okay, I heard he tried to gain power or something like that. I don't know much. I don't know much. Just headlines I read or something like that. Sorry, I'm still busy. See you, Lolo. See you, Lolo. Is your name pronounced Ororo or Lolo? Like Ororo, like in the Japanese order? Okay, oh, and is it why you're learning to draw so that you can? I think you left, but if you're still here, is it why you're learning to draw so that you can draw games? Alright, I think everyone left, so it's just you people from the future and I. Let's see. Okay, so today is a uh, summer day, 2025. And 22, it's the 2020s. Current big world events include there's Trump, there's Elon Musk, there's China. Same thing as usual, same thing as you could see from any decade, just with different faces. Um, yeah, I guess it's not that different from a summer day in 1955 or 1925. Just individual people doing things, and some people creating incredible things out of nothing, and creating the world and creating what becomes the future, which becomes the present, which becomes the past, and then the long distant past. And with some people not doing much and just doing their lives and being with their family or friends and working, doing their jobs, and some people doing various things. So yeah, not that, not not much going on, I guess. Not much that is different from the usual. And I'm part of it, and now I decided to be part of the. I decided to do something to create the future. So that's what I'm doing, and it takes a long time. That's what I'm doing, and I'll eventually get to it. And then I'll build things, and I'll grow, and I'll create the future. And all my dreams and my projects and these notes that I write down and what I dream about at night, all those projects and things, they will become real. And it will all have been worth it. And then I'll keep growing because I just celebrate at every step, but after a while I just get bored if I don't do anything. So I'll keep walking towards the next mountain, trying to climb the next mountain. And eventually I almost die, and then eventually I'll reach the top, and I'll celebrate and I'll enjoy the view, and then I'll get bored, and I'll see another mountain with a higher peak, higher top. So I'll start walking towards it. And I'll probably do that until I die. And hopefully I'll live for a long time and I'll have time to climb many mountains. And it's not as if it was some constant struggle for survival and it was always warm and hard, because I do live it like that, but I'll find a way. It's not always like that, and it's fun. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't at least a bit fun. And I'll find a way to make it more, less, uh, less excruciating. Look, uh, the the sunrise, August. It's a summer day. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. So, um, by the way, do tell me if there were problems like my microphone volume not being high enough. So yeah. Okay, so I'll just wait a bit until people come. You can skip to the port, or I'll just end the live after like 1 hour, so it will be in 20 minutes. But some people may come. Um, Okay, I want to talk about something. Isn't there a music genre where a spoken word, where there's an instrumental, but you don't rap or sing, you just speak? Uh, Maybe I'll just try to freestyle. So, uh, okay, I can try singing some things that you can see where I am. So it's not going to be great, probably, but you can. Is this lagging? Okay, but you can compare where I am to where I will be in a year or in the future, so that you can see how much I have or have not progressed. What could I sing? So I guess I'm not like polished musician. I'm learning as I go. But at the same time, it's useful because you can see that I'm not talented and that what I do is to learn and to improve all the time. And that therefore you can do the same in what your dream is. I found a girl for me. Okay, that's the terrible. Okay, I found a girl for me, darling, just down Friday, and for my life, beautiful and sweet. I never knew that you were the soul waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. No, 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 no. It's dark, darling, just me slow. Your heart is on like oh, no, 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 no. Oh, spare me. I'm dancing with you between my arms. The crowd, listening to our favorite song, and you, when you say, me like always burning my breath. You look perfect tonight, perfect tonight. Okay, so that's where compare that to where I'll be in a year, 2 years. Though that's already much better than what I could do a year ago or 2 years ago. Okay, I want to sing, though I'm bad at singing. But I want to sing, so I'm going to sing. You can just skip this part, you can make uh, edits of me singing badly so that you can laugh at me. If you're evil spirited, you can do that. And post them on TikTok and YouTube and get famous because I'm bad at singing. Some people will probably do that. You can skip to 2 years or 5 years into the future when I'm better at singing and I've progressed. And now I thought about something and isn't there a song like that? Okay. Something like that. There's a French song, a song in French that I discovered. It's the person that loved that uh, shared it with me. I don't remember it, but I like it, though it's associated with memories that I don't like so much. But it's a good song, but I don't remember. Let me try to play it. I think I learned it. Song is called. Um, by the way, this is what we yesterday we talked about YouTube and some YouTubers, and this is a French YouTuber. Um, it's a song by a indie, not very famous French artist. I'll research it. I'm not sure. Let me go back to the board. Um, I'd like to play something, but I just know four chord. But I do know another song. It's not going to be. I'm not going to sing well, probably. But I guess it's okay because you can just keep it, and because it's practice, and because it's me getting over my fear, which will be useful no matter, even when I sing better, because I'll still be scared. So if I get over my fear now, it will be useful later on. Yeah, so I guess just keep it. I guess well, I won't, but I could just set this video to be private. Cause I just wanna swing like Sinatra, sing like I can't stop. Cause I could never rock like a rolling stone. I just wanna live like the ones before. Maybe I could play guitar like Hendrix to save a war on the land. Maybe you're trying to know I'm gone. That's all I could ever want. That's all tell me this is who you are. Tell me I got something more you could do. But I don't want the lights to find me when I'm dark and lost, but never on my own. I didn't sing the word, but that's one of my favorite songs. It's a song named Rock Plus Roll by Eden, who is one of my favorite artists, especially for his first EP and his first album. The artists that influenced me the most are, at first, there were French rappers and French pop musicians. Then there was Avicii, and electronic music producers, but mostly Avicii. And then there was Lil Peep and XXX and then there was not as much, but I guess I was influenced by Ed Sheeran, um, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, the big names. big names. And like Elvis, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, though it's more like musicians that are retrospectively studied and not that I'm a fan of, I guess. I've been extremely heavily influenced by, yeah, I guess most of my influences are musicians. My top influences maybe Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, and that's about it. Maybe Rockefeller for the not for the business part, for the how how immense of a person he is, like a monolith, like a behemoth, like a rock in terms of uh, values and perseverance. Mostly Elon and Mr. Beast. Let me see, I have a note. I don't know who will watch this or whether it's interesting or not, but I guess no one is watching, so I can do what I want. So my role models. There's oh yeah, okay, so there's Mr. Beast, there's Elon Musk, and there's Luffy from One Piece. There's also, to a lesser extent, Jeff Bezos, Jim Simons, who created Rentec, Renaissance Technologies. That is a company. It's not really Simons, it's more Rentec that I look up to. It's a trading company, market, stock market, equity market, bond markets, trading company. There's Genghis Khan. Um, okay. I don't want to spoil it, but it's more like a teaser that you will understand in a few years. There's hope, not me hope, but hope the person in, I don't know what the name of the story will be, but you will understand. The girl, hope the girl. You will understand in a few years when we started to work on that story, and you'll understand why I look up to her. And you understand a lot of things actually. You understand a lot about me, I guess, and what I want to do and why I want to do it and what I want to do in the future. When I start, when you, the temporary name for it all is human. So right now, if you're watching this in 2025, you probably have no idea of what I'm talking about. But in like 2027, 2028, it may make more sense. I want to start working on it as soon as I can, which will be as soon as I have cash flow. So hopefully, as soon as possible, hopefully in a few months, hopefully. Uh, my plan is make songs, rich cash flow, reinvest everything to make music videos, grow, reinvest everything to make better and better songs and music videos and content and start the documentary project and start this other project, Humans. They don't need much capital, but still like a few, at least one full-time person working on it that needs to be really dedicated. Maybe two. Maybe, yeah, probably at least two people. Someone for the story, someone to draw it or write it down, and someone to look at the data. Yeah, it's yeah, maybe people in the future will come back to those streams. I'm not sure why, but maybe some people will, and these streams will have been useful. Maybe. So yeah, Hope, big role model for me, or big yeah, non-negligible influence. And same for the other characters, the other people in Humans. And yeah, you will see, you will see. There's also John D. Rockefeller. There are a few people that are they haven't done much yet, and I don't know how far they will go before settling. So I cannot vouch for them, but there's a few more recent people that seem to be interesting and that I would like to spend some time with to discuss with. And they're all about 10 years older than I am because the it compounds, so it takes time to start. So after 10 years, you're usually at a place where it's the results are visible. And so, but what there will probably be a few people my age that do it too, and it's those people that I want to spend time with. And the I don't know. I guess the biggest one probably won't spend much time with me or with anyone except their uh, close team because they won't have time. But what I want to do is to find a few ones that can become my crew and we can create the future together. And it will change because we're diverge and get different goals, and most of them will just settle at some point. So it won't, my crew at 25 won't be the same as my crew at 35 or 55 or 75. And very few people who are there with me at 25 may still be there at 75 or just 55. But we can still do cool things and have fun times. Have fun times. My model of a crew is Luffy, the Straw Hats. Is the kind of person that I want to have in my crew, the Straw Hats. Very close friends that I can completely trust and that will be there no matter what. And I will be there no matter what. So, and so this person that I think is interesting is Melanie Perkins, who co-founded Canva, which is an online website software like Photoshop. Yeah. And she kind of made me think about um, the woman in Atlas Shrugged. I don't remember her name. Uh, Danny Taggart. She kind of made me think about her. I guess, like, there was a quote about Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand being the second book that most changed the US after the Bible. I'm not sure where they got this data from, but I, I kind of see the impact because there's a little, let me look it up. This can be useful to you people watching this in replay. Um, Let me see. This is a list of the most recommended books, and there's a list of the most recommended books by people who became billionaires. And so this is where I found Ray Dalio principles. This is where I found this book for the first time. And alright, so the ranking changed. I think it was higher up in the list, but this is also where I discovered Atlas Shrugged. And as you can see, like, uh, from Elon Musk to Peter Thiel to Jobs to Travis Kenning, the Uber guy, to Mark Cuban, the Shark Tank guy, to Red Dalio, to some of the names I don't know, and some of the names might not uh, tell you much, but a lot of people recommend or talked about it, and it's always they always talk about it in a critical way, because in a way like this is interesting or useful, but don't take it at face value. But still, or like I think let me look it up. Hopefully you can see my screen. I think you can see my screen. Okay. What? I think it was a Mark Cuban. I will shrug. I'll read it again. So there goes another 3 weeks of me reading it for the 10th time. Yeah. So, uh, like, uh, what did Peter Thiel say? Uh, I'm kind of fumbling right now. Like those people, Bill Gates, Buffett, mostly the business people, not that much for the politician ones, not that much for the CEO, but not founder ones, but mostly the business people from Musk, to Jobs, to Thiel, to Gates, Buffett, Redalia, of course, Page and Brin, Sergey Brin, to Edison, uh, Zuckerberg, of course, Zuckerberg, Jensen Huang, and also Jack Ma, Tony Ma, I don't remember the name, but the big Chinese founders, the JD 360 guy, the Mate One guy, and of course Colin Huang, the Temu and Pinduoduo guy, uh, Bloomberg and Bezos, of course, and Branson, Eric Schmidt, Howard Schultz, who is the coffee, Starbucks one, Mark Andreessen, Bloomberg, Jack Dorsey, the Twitter guy. So these guys, and also of course, the past greats, the Rockefeller, Carnegie, Vanderbilt, Ford, Astor, um, even JP Morgan, still Titan, um, Toyota, the Ardor. There were many names, not as yeah. And when you study them, you see that they are, like these guys are insane, incredible people all around. And when you study them, you see that they are completely outsiders, but there are even outsiders among outsiders, and like these are the top 0.1% in terms of accomplishments, because but all of them start from scratch, from being stupid, ugly, dirt poor losers, and they create what becomes the world. Some poor Scottish immigrant, some poor um, son of a ship, uh, ship guy and some poor child from a toxic family with no money at all, creating the Industrial Revolution. And that's incredible. And from scratch. So in terms of accomplishments, all those people are insane, but you see that even among those incredible people, there are some incredible among the incredible people, um, which are who are. There's Elon. There's to a lesser extent Rockefeller and Carnegie and Vanderbilt. And there may be Mr. Beast, and there's also Genghis Khan, Alexander, uh, Caesar if he lived for a longer period of time, and maybe Napoleon. And we'll see from Mr. Beast. Yeah, I think he could. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So yeah, these people, and there are a fewer amount of people, but there are female titans too. There's in the Atlas Shrugged book there is Danny Taggart, and there's a few others I think. Uh, mostly Danny Taggart. Oh, and also look at this. Look at this. This is Atlas. Look at this. This is insane. It's the statue in front of the Rockefeller Center. Look at this. Incredible. And this is the same. I think this is the same reference, Atlas, in Greek mythology as in the Atlas Shrugged cover, book cover. But look at this, there's everything. Like this is like from the angle to the building going toward the sky to light and how it seems blurry, like there is some mist, and you just see the statue and the building. This is immense. Or like because that's something that I want to do later on, eventually, which is I want to create a place for me, for the people like me, my team, and then maybe it could be useful to expand it so that the people that want to create the future can organize and meet other like-minded people in similar places. So it could become something like a non-profit franchise of places like this. And this is not, it's not well, it's kind of an inspiration, but I'd like it to be much smaller, like a small house, maybe with glass windows and a glass roof, where you can see the stars at night. and it's warm, and there's hot cacao machines, hot cocoa machines, and hot like like marshmallow machines and couches and blankets, and it's a warm, enjoyable place. I hope, I really hope I won't die in the next few years because there are many things I want to do, and I won't have time to do them if I die in the next few years. I'll try to be very careful. Try to be very careful. I started by trying to fix my sleep schedule. So there's the 10-cent building. It's not well. This one is insane. This one is insane. Okay, like look at there was a pretty like this picture. This picture. This is incredible, right? Like with the thunderstorm-like looking sky, with the building that is higher than the ones around, and with the sprawling city in the background, with a lot of activity, and then there's this building with all of the windows, with the light being turned on, and yeah. Like it looks so ominous, but it looks like it's the revolution. Like it's the end of the world, and it's the beginning of a new world, and they're creating the new world. I guess it's why I like this picture. I didn't know why. I didn't know why. So yeah, this picture, and there's also another one, something like this one. It's a campus that they're building. So if you don't know, Tencent is currently the biggest company in China by market cap, um, and they make uh, they're a technology company. They make various things. One of the main things that they do is to create video games, and they have a lot of subsidized, and they have shares in a lot of companies. I think they own a majority share in Supercell, which is the company that makes Brawl Stars, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and others. They own a majority share in League of Legends. Well, we can look at that actually. Tech company, yeah, video game, and AI, and they do WeChat, which you may not know if you're not in China. And there's Ponima, which is the girl that I was talking to you about. Uh, Titan. And so, is there a list of the... Yeah. So, it's just... So they own Supercell, which creates control... Yeah, majority share. Majority stake. They own 35% in Epic Games, which creates Fortnite. They own 45% in Ubisoft, which creates a lot of video games. Whoa, they own 18% in C. they, they own a lot of things. Activision. And it kind of makes me think of so this person is currently the richest man in France. He owns LVMH, the luxury company. And look at this, this is incredible. So this is what the LVMH, well, he and others, but mostly him, he has majority stake, I believe. Oh, okay. This is what they own. It's not, so yeah, so they own a minority stake in Hermes, which is a competitor. They own Louis Vuitton, Lowe, Fendi. They also own Rihanna's uh, Fenty brand. It's a partnership. Dior, Celine, Givenchy, other names you may or may not know. They have a wines and spirit branch with Dom Perignon, a lot of Glenmorangie, Krug, Hennessy, hence LVMH for Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. Moet and Hennessy being alcohol providers, I believe. Groupe Les Echos is a newspaper in France. Bulgari. So yeah, so I, you may not know all the names of the companies, but it's very impressive because they have it. It's not a monopoly because there's two main competitors in the luxury sector who are François Pinault and the Hermes family, but it's very it's kind of crazy. Not at the Rockefeller's level, but pretty cool. Although the problem is that they don't really innovate. It's more like capital allocation, like Buffett, in a field which in which the business model is based on scarcity, which means that it's hard to scale up to a point. For example, uh, this is Hermes. It's another luxury good company, and they have a, I don't remember the name, but they have a flagship bag that they sell. The Birkin bag, and it's a like it costs a few $1,000s, and it is an extremely limited edition. It's handmade with local people that go through years of training to be able to do that and all. So they have very high margins and a lot of demand, but because the business model is scarcity, they can't really scale up the production like Amazon. Otherwise, they would just, if there is too much supply and the business model depends on scarcity, then if you scale up the production, people just don't buy anymore because they buy because it's rare. So if it's not rare anymore, there's no interest in buying because you buy it mostly not for the product itself, but for the um, status. You buy status. So and we can actually still look at this. Is I think this is interesting. Um, this is a website that shows the evolution of market cap of companies over time. This is Hermes. As you can see, they're growing uh, quite well from 7 billion market cap 20 years ago to a 250 billion market cap right now. So almost uh, 50 times increase. Not sure about my math, which is great and all, and it's because I think the multiple is very high because their how their margin is very high. But compare that to, and okay, so, and again, it's something that is always changing, and it's not where a company is at some point doesn't mean that it's where they will be in the future. If they're growing a lot, doesn't mean that they will keep growing. If they're falling a lot, doesn't mean that they will keep falling, because whether what will happen, whether they will grow or fall, is produced by what they do, their actions, like innovating or investing or giving dividends and all that. So take all that with a grain of salt, as in it's not necessarily what will happen in the future, but it's current. This is one of the main competitors to LVMH, Kering, and as you can see, its market cap is about a tenth, maybe like a seventh of LVMH market cap, and this is this is what this is the progression. So it doesn't look great. They were at 11 at an $11 billion market cap in 2003. 10 years later, they were at $30 billion market cap. Then they grew a lot, then they fell a lot, and 20 years later, they're at $30 billion market cap. So if you compare that to Hermes, it's very stark. But again, Hermes went from 7 to 300, which is, let's say, 6 to 300. That's 6 to 600 is 10 times 6 to 300 is 6 to 600 is 100 times, so it's 50 times. I think. Let's look at Amazon. So it's quite a bit later, but let's look at where they were in 2003. They were at like a yeah. Oh, all right. They flooded for a while in the 2010s because it was the dot-com bust, and then investors were very risk averse when considering internet companies because they got burned, as will probably happen in the AI boom right now. So they were at about $610 billion in market cap in 2003. Let's say 20, and they are at a $2.3 trillion market cap in 2025. So in 20 years. So that's 22 2 trillion is more than 100 times 100 times fold increase. And if you study Amazon more closely, it makes sense because they just keep improving everything step by step relentlessly, and they keep reinvesting everything, and they keep innovating and creating new bets, from starting with an online bookstore to expanding into CDs and then toys and then more and more projects in more and more countries, and then creating other bets like AWS and the Kindle and the Fire Phone. Though some of them fail, most of them fail, but some succeed and become the next S curve. So they never stop at the top of one S curve, unlike most companies from most of Rockefeller's and Carnegie's competitors that were just a refinery. Instead of building a refinery and then improving operations and then buying other refineries and then buying oil fields and then creating pipelines and then creating distribution centers and systems and eventually going into cars and all that. They just did one thing. Oops, sorry. Like Pinterest, or as if Amazon were just an online bookstore in 1995, and they became successful and they decided that, all right, we made it. We're an online bookstore. We make a lot of money, so let's give dividends. And let's pay ourselves a lot because now we deserve it. And we made it. And so there wouldn't be a trillion-dollar company and they wouldn't have changed the world much if they did that. Because, for example, Barnes and Noble kind of did that. Yahoo compared to Google kind of did that. They didn't, or like BlackBerry or Nokia or MySpace, or it's kind of different, but 6 Degrees, Friendster. The created one thing that worked and then they settled and they stopped, which meant that they died. Yahoo didn't create things that, like Google, creating things that became Gmail, Google Drive, Android, Google Maps, bang YouTube, and all that. They're just creating Yahoo, the internet portal, and then they didn't do much. So yeah. I'm not sure how interesting this all was. Business is one of my special interests. So yeah, I like learning about business. So, but it may be like maybe why I do cool things in the future, which will be because I've learned a lot. I hope you learned something. I'm going to end the stream soon. Yeah, so I want to give some value so that you get some value out of the stream. I'm not sure why, because I don't win anything from that. It's maybe kind of stupid. But Mr. Beast shared a lot of things, and so people used it, and now there's like, there was just Mr. Beast, but now there's A4, Stock Stream, Ryan Trahan, Rock, that and a lot of smaller YouTubers and small niches that use the techniques that he found, that he gave for free. And I'm not sure why he shared all that, but I'm very grateful. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of following his example without knowing. I guess he must have a reason. So that's what I'm betting on. I don't know what this reason is, but I guess that he's not just sharing everything that he spent thousands of hours painstakingly researching and making sheets and tables about and testing and studying, and that he's not just giving all of this for free for nothing, and that there's a reason behind it which makes it useful. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that people will join him because they see that, maybe it's to as a recruitment tool, that people see that he's playing like Luffy and not like uh, Stalin. And so the people that want to play like Luffy are going to join him. Or I don't know. I don't understand yet. But I'm going to do the same. I'm betting on you, Mr. Beast. I'm betting that you know what you're doing and that there's a reason why you shared all of this. So I'm doing the same. I'm sharing what I've learned so far, and I keep when I become a millionaire, I'll make a video sharing what I learned and how to do the same. When I become a billionaire, like you, Mr. Beast, I'll make a video and I'll share how I did it and what I learned and how to do the same. When I become a trillionaire, which will be in a while, but I'll make a video, or there may not be videos anymore, there may be some Neuralink device or metaverse or something, but I'll share what I've learned. And in the meantime, I haven't done much yet, but I'm sharing what I've learned, which is one thing that I recommend is to go to this website and go through the list. It's the books that are the most recommended by people that became billionaires. Um, so yeah, I can't really. If I give you my opinion, it won't be very useful because I'm not a billionaire or anything yet. But I've been little by little going through this list, not in the right order, but I've been trying to learn. I really like this book. I really like about all of those that I've read, and the other one I haven't read them. Uh, this book didn't find this book that great, that useful. This book, and I got the habit of when I say that I don't know how to do something, I got used to replacing that by I don't know how to do something yet. That's the one thing I learned from this book. This book I want to read. I want to read it. It's one of the book that impacted me on the most. Uh, this I like it. This book, the not like this and this book too. Um, oh, I want to read this one too. Didn't find it that great. Uh, yeah. You can also, oh, this sentence is very interesting. You can also look at like one person and what their recommendations are, like what did, what are the books that Bezos or Elon recommend, and what do they say about them. So yeah, uh, because again, right now, this is where I am. This is where I am. 408 subscribers. I make. Let me see whether I can show you. Uh, okay, this is the total amount of money that my music has earned so far. $35. These are lifetime earnings. For example, in June, it's usually less than $1. it was, yeah, 80%. And so this is where I currently am, and I can show you like my Spotify. No, I think, yeah, yeah. Um, this is my Spotify for artists page where I can see my number of streams and all. And so there's 0 people listening now and 107 streams in the past week, which is a lot more than the previous week, a lot less than the previous week. And it's about as 32 streams for the other profiles. So, you know, I'm not very, and 0 people listening to us, so I'm not far yet. And the yet is very important because it's where all of those great people were a few decades or centuries ago. And if you start now, then in 10 years, Bill Gates said that we, as humans, overestimate what we can do in a week and underestimate what we can do in 10 years. And I'm 22 and I really don't know where I will be at 30 when I'll be 30. And I think that this is important because if you read biographies, you see that people that build something really big, it's not really big. It started as something very small and they improve it and grow it little by little. Like I have made maybe 350 songs, which is a lot. But 3 years ago, I had made 0 songs and I just work on 1 song at a time. Yeah, so um, so keep dreaming, keep building, and I'll see you. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. If you're watching this in the future, then you'll see that I was small, but in the meantime, since I made this video, since right now I'm speaking, but when you're watching this, it will have been some time since, and you'll have seen that I've grown, and that it's possible. That it means that it's possible because even if I'm stupid and ugly and dirt poor and I have no talent and no skills and no social skills and no connections and nothing at all, I can still create the world and become the most impactful person that will ever be. Even me. Therefore, you can too. It takes a while to get started. I'm in my 8 years and there's no progress, but eventually it will work. So if even I can do things, then you can too. Oh hey, Puvian, didn't see you there. If you want to start earning money, ask me. Don't you wanna earn money from 5 minutes? It's like a scam scheme. though it may not be. My plan was to just keep making better and better songs and reinvest everything and make music videos. It seems to be a solid plan, it just takes a very long time. So yeah, if even I can do something, then you can do something too. So just keep going, as I do. I keep going, and I've been failing over and over again for 8 years, but I keep going. So eventually, I'm going to learn and to find a way to get past this stage. So thank you very much for watching this. See you. Yeah, see you. Do um, don't settle. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You don't have to live the path that you're supposed to live. You can change the world if you want to. You can create the world if you want to. Because even I can. And you know, like there's the like my net worth is, I don't know, but it's really not much. May I joke that it's about $5, but that's not very far from the truth. And I have 400 subscribers, so there's really no way that I'll ever do anything. Except in a few years, you'll see that I have like 30 million subscribers and I'm a billionaire, and then I keep growing. And also, you'll see that it's possible. Like when you watch Mr. Beast 2015 videos when he has 2,000 subscribers and he makes videos in his bedroom. So you'll see that it's possible to do things to create the future. So yeah, I keep going in the meantime making songs and finish a song tonight, and then I'll see you. I keep going, keep learning.